All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready to dive into a new career deep dive.
Absolutely. And this one's a really interesting one.
Yeah, we're talking laundry workers today, right? And I have to admit, I was kind of surprised to learn how much more there is to this field than I initially thought. Thanks to RoleCatcher, we've got a ton of insights from their career guides, interview prep resources, all that good stuff.
It's true. People often don't realize the level of expertise involved.
It's so easy to just take it for granted, right? Like you
Yeah.
toss your clothes in the hamper and magically they reappear clean and folded.
Right. But there's a whole lot of skill that goes into making sure that happens. And that's where laundry workers come in.
I mean, I try to sort my laundry, but I'm not going to lie, I've definitely been guilty of shrinking a sweater or two in my day.
Well, that's what's so cool about what RoleCatcher highlights. These folks are like fabric whisperers. They understand the science behind it, all the different fabric types, the right cleaning techniques to use, you know, preventing colors from bleeding, all that.
It's like I never even thought about what it takes to clean delicate fabrics or even things like carpets on an industrial scale. Talk about pressure.
Exactly. One wrong move and you could ruin someone's heirloom tablecloth or something.
And speaking of pressure, let's talk about the pros and cons of the job itself.
Oh.
Rule Capture's guide dives into that too. I always find those unexpected perks fascinating.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, did you know you can actually specialize in this field?
Right. I was blown away by that. Stain removal specialists, who knew?
That's like next level laundry skills right there.
It's like having a superpower. And what's really cool is, according to RoleCatcher, there's a real opportunity for on-the-job training, even advancement within these specializations.
Right. You can start as a laundry worker and work your way up to becoming a stain-fighting ninja.
Okay, that's amazing, but we do have to keep it real, right?
Yeah.
It's not all stain-fighting glory. The guide is upfront about the challenges too.
Right. It's important to have the full picture.
So before we get too caught up in the excitement of becoming laundry masters, let's talk about some of those downsides.
Well, I think the biggest one is probably the physical demands of the job.
Right. It's not exactly a desk job.
Nope. You're going to be on your feet a lot, lifting heavy loads of laundry, dealing with the heat and humidity from the machines. It can be tough.
And then there's the whole exposure to chemicals.
Yeah, definitely something to be mindful of. Strong detergents, stain removers.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to make sure you're following all those safety precautions.
Absolutely. Safety first. And of course, like many entry-level positions, the pay can be a drawback, especially when you're just starting out.
That's a good point. It's a trade-off, right?
Mhm.
You're gaining valuable skills, there's potential for growth, but the pay might not be amazing initially.
Exactly. It's about understanding those realities and deciding if it aligns with your overall priorities and goals.
For sure. But here's the thing. This isn't a job that's going anywhere anytime soon. People will always need clean clothes.
Exactly. The demand for laundry workers is actually pretty high, and I think that's something people don't always realize.
It's so true. It's an essential service. And that actually brings us to a really interesting point. It's easy to think about like the laundry business as just machines and detergent, you know?
Right, kind of industrial and personal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking about my own experiences. Like, remember when we were talking about those soft skills being super important?
Absolutely. It's not always just about what you know, but how you deal with people, especially in a customer-facing role like this.
Exactly. And that reminded me of this time. Okay, get this. I had this brand new shirt, right? White, crisp, looked amazing on me.
I know the feeling, that new clothes confidence.
The best, right. So anyway, I'm at this dinner party. I think I just looked at a plate of spaghetti wrong.
Oh, no.
Giant sauce stain right in the front.
Oh, that's rough.
I was mortified. Took it to the dry cleaner, practically in tears. But the guy there,
Yeah.
total pro. He was just like, don't worry, happens all the time. We'll get it out.
See, that's what I'm talking about. He totally calmed you down, and I bet he delivered on that promise, too.
He did. Shirt came back good as new. But it really made me realize there's a human element to all of this. It's not just about getting clothes clean. It's about, like, problem solving and connecting with people.
It's like they're almost therapists?
Like-
Laundry therapists? So maybe not. But seriously, handling customer complaints, offering advice on how to get out tough stains, that all takes people skills.
Totally. So, okay, imagine this. You're walking into a busy laundry, the steam from the presses, the rhythmic hum of those giant machines. You're hit with this wave of heat and the scent of detergent, and you're instantly in the thick of it. What else is part of a typical day, beyond just the washing and drying?
Well, if we're talking about a typical day in the life, RoleCatcher's career stage descriptions paint a pretty vivid picture. It's a fast-paced environment. Think sorting laundry, inspecting garments, loading and unloading those massive machines, keeping the workspace clean and organized.
Right, it's not just about pushing buttons. There's a lot of multitasking, attention to detail.
Exactly. You've got to be on top of things.
Mm.
And this is where those RoleCatcher tools come into play. Especially if you're seriously considering this field, they can be a game changer.
Oh, for sure. Their RoleCatcher capture feature is genius, especially when you're job hunting. No more endless scrolling and copy and pasting job postings.
Oh, tell me about it. And then their AI CV tailoring. Genius. You find a job posting, and their AI swoops in, analyzes the job description, and boom, rewrites your CV to highlight the specific skills they're looking for. Talk about a time saver.
Like having a secret weapon, right? It's
Yeah.
like, take that job market.
Yeah.
But you know what else I found super helpful in their resources? Their database of interview questions.
Oh, yeah, those are gold.
Thousands of them.
Mm.
And not just those generic ones you find everywhere else. We're talking tailored to the specific role and industry. Like you walk
Yeah.
into that interview, not just hoping for the best, but like you said, you're prepared. You've got this.
Exactly. And that confidence boost can make all the difference.
For sure. So we've talked about the technical side, right? Knowing your fabrics, the cleaning methods.
Right, the ins and outs of the machines, all of that.
But as I was looking through all this stuff from RoleCatcher, I realized something kind of huge.
What's that?
It's the soft skills that really make or break you in this field.
100%. You can teach someone how to work a washing machine, but you can't teach them how to deal with a tough customer.
Exactly. Like, remember that dry cleaner I was telling you about? Totally saved the day with his calm demeanor and problem-solving skills.
It's like they become masters of diplomacy, handling those delicate situations with grace and, a little bit of stain remover.
Right. And that got me thinking, this goes way beyond just laundry work. Those soft skills, they're like superpowers in any job.
Oh, absolutely. Communication, problem-solving, thinking on your feet. Those are the skills that employers are always looking for.
So, like you said earlier, you can teach the technical stuff, but those soft skills, that's where you really stand out.
Exactly. So to wrap this all up, if you're thinking about a career in laundry work or really any field, remember, never stop learning. And that includes those soft skills. They can take you further than you think.
Couldn't agree more. It's like that secret ingredient, right? The thing that separates the good from the truly great.
I like that analogy.
So as we wrap up today's deep dive, that's our final takeaway. Never stop learning, never stop growing. And definitely don't underestimate the power of those so-called soft skills. They might just be your ticket to success.
Well said. I think that's a wrap on laundry workers.
That's a wrap for this deep dive, everybody. But don't worry, we'll be back soon to explore another fascinating career path. Until then, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep on diving deeper into the world around you.